Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. On today's episode of World Builder Wednesdays, we're focusing on an awesome fantasy-inspired world. This is LEGO Enchanted Realms, created by the architect Princess Puka. I really like this world, although it's not as developed as some of the other ones I've taken a look at in these videos, and I was shocked to find out that it was actually published on the very first day that World Builder launched, so I have no idea how I overlooked this for so long. Like I said, it's fantasy, which I really like. Basically, the synopsis of the story is that there were 4 mythical creatures that upheld life in this world after it was created: a dragon, phoenix, griffin, and unicorn. But one day they all kind of vanish, and a darkness starts to infect the earth. Now we've got these 3 brave heroes that have to assemble to bring them back and defeat the evil. It's a really great hook, and I think that the art on this world is very nice. But I mean, like I said, there's not a ton of art, so it's mainly just this one image that I really like. I actually discovered this world because I noticed that it was trending and this image just pulled me in, but it actually hasn't been updated since September 2020. I reached out to the architect to do an interview, but I didn't hear a response, so I'm kind of disappointed by that because I really want to see this world develop even more. We've only got 18 elements right now, but there are some proposed ones, and we do have some incorporated as well. And it seems like people are really enjoying this. It's got 39 comments. It's got, 147 likes. That's like a very high number that I've seen on the platform. 46 people are following it. So I think that the community clearly wants to see more from this world, so I really hope that the architect comes back. So over here we've got our 3 main characters. We've got Ren, Cass, and Lucas. I like all 3 of these. I think that Cass is my favorite, again, just based off of the art, because it looks like she's a warrior. She wields a hammer. Ren is the leader of the group, and then Lucas is kind of like, he's described as a wimpy wizard. He's like a wizard in training, and I think that he seems to be kind of like the soft one of the group. I think that that's a really interesting dynamic to have, like 2 like such strong women, and then to have the guy be kind of like the softer one and like the heart of the team. I think that that's really cool. And like I said, Cass is my favorite. I would love to have her as a LEGO minifigure. We've got 2 other characters here as well, the Shadow Walker and Spike. There's not as much known about them. And then there is 1 proposed character here as well, Cynthia, and again, there have been contributions incorporated here, but I just think that the architect isn't looking at stuff like this right now, but I think that this character is a really interesting concept, and I'd love to see them incorporated. There are no society elements here, which is a shame. I'd definitely like to see some of that. But we do have a little bit about history, about how the world was created. So I like that we have a little tease about that and the protectors, even though there's not, again, as many history elements as I would like. However, I was pleasantly surprised at the number of places, because we've got 4 different places that all seem very well developed. I wish they had art to kind of get you more excited about looking at them. So honestly, if you're looking to contribute to this world, even though I know that it doesn't seem very active right now, I would definitely try submitting some art, because this seems really interesting to me. This is like a village that is built between the roots of a giant tree that reminds me a lot of an element in another world that I did for one of these videos, Otherworld. And again, I would love to see a LEGO build of this, not just a drawing. I would love to see an actual build of just like a big tree with a city around it, like maybe using the Ideas treehouse set and just building the village in micro scale. But there are some other great elements as well. There's Thunder Town, which is a dangerous locale located at the summit of a mountain, and treasure hunters like to live there because there's abandoned or like ancient ruins on the other side. These are just really great little details that I think really flesh out the world. And the last 2, the Sea of Grass and the Enchanted Rivers, these are actually rumored to be the hiding places for 2 of the Guardians, the Griffin and the Dragon. So I think that, even though there's not a lot of history and society here, I do think that the world is pretty well built out from these places. We've got some proposed places too, and I do like the simplistic drawing for this one, for the home of the Phoenix. Again, I would love to see that as a LEGO build, although it might be kind of similar to the Chima Flying Phoenix Fire Temple set, I believe it was. And then we do have some great storylines here too. This one in particular was created by another user and incorporated, and I really like the art here because he kind of envisioned this as the start of the adventure where they find a valuable crystal and then they encounter like the monster that's causing the darkness. I think that that's a really clever idea. And then we have some other storylines here as well about the search for the unicorn. And then the last one is just about finding a new hammer for Cass, which kind of reminds me of Thor's adventure in Avengers Infinity War. And then finishing out with the rest of the element categories, we've got transport, which is just a horse, and then an adventure wagon. Again, would love to see a build for this, but I really like the art of the three of them in there. Then we've also got a couple of items, just like one for each character, sword, hammer, and Lucas's wand. There are no resources, sadly, although there is a proposed item, which is the Amulet of Darkness. This was created by this user Lego Builds 423, who contributed multiple other ideas that haven't been incorporated, but I think that they also have a really good handle on like an interconnected story, and so I think it's kind of a shame that there are so many great contributions that are going unused. Overall, I think that Enchanted Realms is a great example of a world that has a fantastic idea, a lot of detail put into it from just a couple of elements, but sadly it's not as well developed as, as I would like to see. Again, like I said just before this, there are so many great contributions that haven't been incorporated, and I'd really like to see it. I don't know if the architects just got bored of working on the world, because it doesn't look like they've been active in about a year, and I think that that's a shame, because I think that they were really onto something fantastic here, and this is something that I would have loved to see submitted to Pitchfest. And speaking of Pitchfest, I do think that if you've created a world on like a world builder, you should definitely be submitting it. That is ending today, so be sure to get your submissions in, because we all want to see them. That's it for today, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com. I'll see you guys in more videos soon. Bye for now.